morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening, wherever in the world you are joining us from, whenever you are joining us. It's so good to be with you. I'm Charlene. Welcome. Welcome. And for those of you celebrating Thanksgiving today, happy Thanksgiving. And even if you aren't celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Day of Gratitude. Every day is a good day for gratitude. I am so glad to be here with you right now. Today is all about finding grounded presence. And let me tell you, we already needed it before we even came on air. I think it's a common theme today. So it'll be really good that we'll be able to begin to touch into that space, that place inside of us, and really begin to feel into the truth, the frequency, the vibration of deeper presence. So if it's your first time joining us, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You might see other folks already starting to do this. Drop your name in the chat. Tell me where you're joining us from. I love to say hello. The bulls love to say hello. We like to take the first few minutes and just actually get reacquainted. You are a vibrational being, which means your energy changes each and every moment of every day. As new information comes in, new patterns shift and emerge. We're constant change. That is the truth of life. So, good morning, everyone. Oh my goodness, look at all these wonderful, beautiful folks. Olivia, good morning from Waterloo, Ontario. Yes, you can't wait to hear what the bowls bring today. Amazing. Well, we're so glad you're here. It's good to see you. I love all your emojis. Very happy. We need happy. Dee, good morning from PBW. Love it. Good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. PNW, Pacific Northwest. I was like, I don't know where PBW is, but I'm just going to go with it. I hope you're having a beautiful morning thus far. April, happy Thanksgiving from my neighbor in Tampa Bay. Love it. Good to see you, April. I'm so glad you're here. Happy Thanksgiving to you too as well. Maria, namaste. The bulls say good morning to you. Beth, happy Thanksgiving. Nice to see you. Sandy, so grateful for your grace and your gratitude and your light and your sparkles all year. Thank you so much, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving from the beautiful desert in Tucson. Sony from Madrid, Spain. It's your first time here. Well, welcome. Today is all about gratitude and gathering presence, and we're going to begin to future pace ourselves into a way that we can kind of mentally rehearse how to find presence in each and every moment, especially as we come into the holiday season. So whether you're celebrating anything today or not, this is a wonderful preparation for a beautiful season of presence. On YouTube, good to see you, everyone. Lee Chang, hello. Look at all your emojis. I love it. Thanks for being here, my friend. City Dawn, how are you? Peace and rich rising to you as well. Joining us in Philadelphia. Hello, bringing in some grounded vibes with that. I feel you, my friend. Dai from Nepal. So glad to see you. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Myth Green 8192 from the Pacific Northwest as well. Beautiful place to be. In fact, I don't know, April, if you had fog where you are this morning, but we have been rolling in the fog, so beautiful, and it reminds me of the Pacific Northwest. Deb, happy Thanksgiving from Illinois. Kat, happy Thank You Day from Chicagoland. Yes, that's what this is. Sometimes words fail, but feelings ring true. And that's what we're really going to sit into presence, literally presence today. So fascinating. The bowls are already just grounding us into this space and time. I think they're saying, hey, we got pies to bake. Let's go. Not me, I don't have pies to bake, but somebody does. So I think we're going to get going. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Charlene. Expect the unexpected. It's the best admonishment I can give anyone. Every session is so unique and so different because you are an electrical being, which means that you are constantly giving off vibrations and you are picking up the electrical information within the environment that's coming through. Because these bowls are made out of 99.999% pure quartz crystals, they emanate electricity, and it's measurable. We've measured it in voltage, which is pretty fascinating. In front of you, you'll see there's 20 bowls in front and behind me as well. And they're chromatic, which means we have all represented. We have all of the white notes in one octave on a piano keyboard, plus all of the black keys. And what that means is that chromaticism adds color. Chroma, Greek for color. And when we can color the sound, we can color our experience with the movement of the vibration of the information coming through, that electrical current that you begin to feel. If you have headphones, you may want to slide them on. You'll start to hear that little bit of subtle movement between the bowls. If the sound ever becomes too much, just simply turn down your volume. I don't think we're going to be doing too much deep work today where it might bring up things that are confronting, but you never know. And if it does, just allow yourself to pace, take a breath, turn down the volume if you need to, and then come back to it at your own pace. The holidays bring up a lot of energy information, and we have an opportunity to do with that information as we may. Sometimes we're saying, I'm ready to make a change. I'm ready to let that go. That doesn't serve me anymore. And other times we're like, I'm still in the middle of it and I kind of want to hold on to it. And so we're not ready to make shifts. Both are great. Follow your intuition, follow your own presence as to what needs to happen for you today. By adding color to sound, we change our experience with sound. We move ourselves through different archetypal layers of our own subtle energy and information. So allow whatever to surface. Allow whatever to dissipate, to just let go. And just relax in the knowing that all is well. Gratitude isn't just a sentiment. It's actually a measurable physiological state. We often treat gratitude like a mental checklist, but neurocardiology actually tells us that thinking thank you is very different from feeling thank you. And here's the science. Your heart and your brain are constantly communicating via the vagus nerve. When you're stressed or rushing, paced with anxiety, your heart rhythm becomes jagged and irregular, and that signals to your brain to stay on high alert. But when you shift from this intellectual, oh, thank you, gratitude, to an embodied appreciation, wow, thank you. When you truly feel that physical warmth in your chest, you actually flip a biological switch and you enter a state called physiological coherence. Your heart rate variability increases. Your nervous system begins to synchronize. Your cortisol, that stress hormone, begins to drop. And DHEA, the vitality hormone, rises. So you are literally changing the electromagnetic signal that your nervous system broadcasts with gratitude, feeling gratitude, embodying gratitude. So today, I encourage you, I challenge you to move beyond just a positive thought. Hey, thanks, yeah, thanks. That can sometimes be inadvertently dismissive of the depth of potential that gratitude holds. And instead access that coherent state, that positive feeling. Feel it in your body, feel it in your heart, turning your body into a steady, regulated instrument that's primed for joy. And who doesn't want more joy? Especially this time of year. one other thought to take with you as we go into this guided meditation session. What would happen if instead of just walking into a room, you changed the room you walked into? Most of us will walk into a family gathering like a thermometer. We react to the temperature. In fact, we read the temperature. This is what's going on. And if the room is stressed, or our brain's mirror neurons actually detect that stress, and we instantly match it, and we begin to feel stress. Something's not copacetic right here. But the interesting thing is that each and every one of us actually have the ability, the capacity to, instead of being a thermometer, just measuring something, to being a thermostat, changing the temperature of the room. Now, this works through a biological principle called co-regulation. Here's how it works. As mammals, our nervous systems are not isolated. They're actually coupled oscillators, meaning that they work together through vibration. And we're constantly scanning each other for safety. We're looking for these cues, and it's a process that scientists call neuroception. In a room full of anxiety, our collective nervous systems are scanning for threats, and it scans for stress, and it begins to generate feelings of instability. However, when you begin to deliberately regulate your own system, no matter what's going on in the room, it doesn't matter what's happening around you, it matters what's happening within you. When you shift into this physiological coherence, you become a stable reference point. You stop mirroring the chaos, and you provide a powerful nonverbal cue for safety without ever saying a word. Because the human nervous system is hardwired to seek safety above all else, it's how we survive. The people around you will actually then begin to unconsciously entrain to your stability. No words ever need to be said, but simply by anchoring your own natural rhythms, you provide that safety that allows the rest of the room to just gently exhale. Today's session is all about building that anchor. We're going to stabilize your frequency so that you can set the tone for an entire day. A day of gratitude, a day of grace, a day of thanksgiving. So go ahead, begin to find a position that feels comfortable to your body. And welcome yourself to this sacred, quiet moment that's just for you. Before today begins with the hustle, the bustle, the happy chaos, you've chosen to stop, to pause, to anchor yourself not in the stress of the future, but in the profound holy power of the present. And that choice is an act of power. You're deciding that today you won't be pulled and pushed by external pressures now. You will be the source of your own unshakable peace. You've chosen to mobilize a serenity so deep that it becomes the invitation for your entire day, and perhaps the experience of those around you. So now I invite you just to find a position that brings even more ease, full and total release. A position of grounding, of easy surrender. And when you're ready, your eyes begin to soften, your gaze relaxing. If it feels good to close your eyes, that's fine. Let's begin today's practice by anchoring in your heart the frequency of this day. As you begin to witness your breath, the rise and fall of your natural rhythm, you may notice your breath begins to slow. And as your breath begins to just effortlessly slow and deepen, your awareness shifts now to the area of your chest, to the space of your heart. Think, imagine, or feel your breathing flowing softly in and out of this sacred center, your sacred heart, that portal of presence, the portal of possibility. Breathing in through your heart. It's as if you're inhaling through your heart, exhaling through your heart, floating on the subtle currents of the breath, the breath of the heart. Taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in before you slowly, with focus, exhale. Now let's begin to attune our heart. I invite you to call to mind a simple physical comfort, something that stimulates your senses. Not necessarily a big grand memory, but a simple, profound blessing. Something you can easily access right now. Maybe it's a feeling of your hands wrapped around a warm cup this morning. Feel that in your body. Smell the scent of coffee or cinnamon, of buttery biscuits, or maybe even spiced pie. That feeling of a soft blanket gifting you its weight and warmth. Maybe it's a quiet serenity of your own room right now. Focus on one simple comfort as you continue to breathe in and out of your heart. And allow a feeling of genuine appreciation, of gratitude to begin to well up inside you, to expand, to grow. Let this seemingly simple gratitude generate a warm, coherent, and steady glow in your heart. Feel that glow. It's warm. It's comforting. It's everything you need in this moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Settling into this feeling. And it's easy to notice that when you hold this feeling of gratitude simply from a simple pleasure, a simple gift that you perhaps have given yourself or experienced, that while you hold this feeling, you're not waiting for the next moment. You're not rushing from one task to the other. No, you're entirely here, right here, right now. Finding your center, breathing in through your heart, feeling yourself right here, right now. This is the frequency of pure presence. It's a vibration of enough. It's a signal that tells your nervous system there's no emergency. There is only this beautiful breath bit slower and a little bit deeper. And your heart begins to sing as you remember that our goal should be to live life in radical amazement. Just to be is a blessing. Just to live is holy. There is nothing you need to do outside of this present moment. The more you can be, the more that you can do, the more that you can call forth, summon forth to you to bless yourself, to bless others. It's in this simple act, this humble act of letting go, of surrendering, where we find our greatest strength and our greatest gift to the world. Can you surrender more deeply into this moment? Can you let go of a need to do, to control, and just allow, knowing that the universe always has your back and always knows a bigger plan? Taking a deep breath in through your heart, holding that breath in for a moment, knowing that if the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. And slowly exhale. Allowing a gentle smile to accentuate that beautiful face of yours. And every time you feel that subtle smile creeping over your face, whether it happens naturally or might have started by feeling a little forced, it doesn't matter. Every time you feel this smile, you will anchor into the frequency, this foundation, today and every day. You are enough. You are capable of changing the world, of changing your environment, all by changing yourself. Taking a deep breath into your heart, holding that breath in before you softly let go. Now, from that warm, coherent heart, let's ground. Let's ground into your unshakable core. I invite you to bring your awareness now to the base of your spine. If you have a grounding practice, I invite you to begin that now. Otherwise, think, imagine, or feel a golden cord of light that extends at the base of your spine, down into the center of the earth, feeling it deepen, align, and locking you in. And as you see this golden line anchoring into the center of the earth, begin to bring your awareness now to the soles of your feet. And as you exhale, imagine, feel you transforming, shifting, growing, powerful, luminous roots out of your feet. Extending tap roots of burnished gold. They're thick, ancient, vibrantly alive. Feel them plunging effortlessly through the surface and the floor beneath you into the very soil of the earth below, traveling deeper and deeper, gently moving through the foundation of the building that you're in into the very strata of the earth below, past the rich and heavy sand and silt and clay soils, pushing through layers of limestone and bedrock, diving deeper and deeper into the silent velvet blackness below, until they too wrap securely around the planet's dense magnetic heart. And in an instant you feel the Earth's energy respond to your presence. Feel her deep, steady, unconditional love, that unshakable stability begin to flow up your roots. In that connection, feel how your Mother Earth gives to you, offering not a fragile love, but raw, tectonic stability. And you breathe, feeling your heart activate, engage, enliven. And as you breathe, you feel yourself drawing this power upward, this nutrient-rich density rising through your roots, flooding your feet, your legs, moving up through the body. You can sense the structure, the coherence, the weight, the presence of a powerful mountain stone beginning to stabilize, rising up through your spine, constructing a vertical axis, your central column of energy. It's glowing with amber light. It's powerful. It's flexible. It's an internal pillar of calm. As sturdy, upright, and immovable as an ancient oak tree, swaying in the late afternoon sun. Feel this solidity, this grounded alignment. This is your unshakable core. And as you breathe, hold that breath in for a moment before you, with focus, exhale. And as you exhale, feel that gravity in your bones, deep within you. And you know that the winds of the day may blow, the flurry of activity, the clatter of voices, but they are merely dry leaves swirling around. The trunk of you is that unshakable ancient oak. You are anchored. You are solid, yet flexible. You bring a little magic into every room you enter. You don't break under pressure, for you are centered, connected, and you are aligned with stillness. Remember, you are the sky. Everything else is just the weather. Taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in. And as you slowly exhale, notice how you feel more anchored, ready for the next step in your journey. Let's move to a sacred ceremonial time of a new present moment. From your rooted sovereign stance, let's begin to expand. Taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in, allowing your heart to relax even more, feeling more presence, more purpose, better positioned within yourself for delivering kindness as you slowly Exhale. In your mind's eye, I invite you to begin to weave that beautiful amber light that you had found in your central core with that sun-drenched glow of your heart. Allow these energies, maybe the energy of your heart is a beautiful golden color. Perhaps you sense it as emerald or rose gold. However you feel it today, someone is feeling blue. Beautiful sapphire blue, however it expresses, and a ruby. Just allow it to intertwine with that gorgeous amber glow, spiraling outward, constructing a radiant spherical sanctuary around your body, like a luminous transparent bubble, a bubble of sacred presence. You are standing within your own sanctuary, your bubble of presence, your own temple of time. Within this glowing bubble, the frenetic ticking of the clock just dissolves. Within this bubble, everything slows down. Anxiety about the past, worry about the future, it can't enter. These heavier energies dissolve on contact when they meet the light, your inner light, as this bubble. And as you breathe, you notice there is only a thick, rich stillness of presence, of the now. Here in this sanctuary, your senses, they're calm, they're not overwhelmed. They begin to come more online. They awaken, consecrated. And as you begin to activate and tune your awareness to receive the abundance of the day, of each and every moment that you are about to walk, it's easy to feel an effortless deepening of your ability to savor the day, to savor today, any day, and all of its flavors. Sweet, sour, even bitter. All flavors make up the palette of life. So let's begin to attune your various physical senses. First, let's connect with your sense of smell. Bring to mind, imagine, feel yourself inhale the savory aromas of a cheerful, happy kitchen. The herbal scents of rosemary, of sage, of thyme. Feel the shifting of your palate. Witness that rich aroma of roasted earth, that tart brightness maybe of cranberry, the sweetness of apple. Smell all of these vibrations, these frequencies. Smell the laughter of a loved one, or the quiet warmth of a warm cup in your hands. Smell the light of the crisp autumn air. Move through all of these vibrations. Can you smell that sacred scent of hearth, of home? And as you breathe, you notice suddenly you are smelling now with all of your senses. Your body is experiencing these ancient perfumes of harvest, pulling in the abundance of hard work, of toil, the manifestation of dedication, of joy, of kindness. Taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in, feeling your heart relax before you gently exhale. Now, let's begin to calibrate your sense of sight. Those beautiful eyes of yours. Prepare to see the day through new, even more present eyes, the eyes of possibility, the liquid gold of promise. Begin to look for the textures of the moment. You may do that with your physical eye or your inner eye. These textures of the moment, like the way the late autumn light streams through the air, gilding the walls with its fiery presence, that deep garnet red of wine, currants, pomegranates, the texture of the crinkle of laughter lines around a loved one's eyes, or the mesmerizing dance of a solitary candle flame. See the richness in every detail. Allow the richness to come forward. How deep is that red that you see? How welcoming are the lines in a loved one's face? Can you see the blue at the base of the candle's flame? Deepen the experience. Go into the detail. Taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in, feeling your heart relax. And as you slowly exhale, you recognize it's easy to strengthen the detail of every experience of life. The details bring perspective. They show us a way to consider a depth of understanding. And often they move us out of the place of the ego and more deeply into the heart, noticing the magnificence, the radical amazement of all the experiences of life. And finally, let's begin to tune your sense of hearing. Taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in, and as you slowly exhale, listen beyond the sound, the noise, to the symphony of connection. The percussion of gently clanging silverware. Maybe the soulful notes of your favorite music that grounds you into the space. Maybe the melodic cadence of storytelling. It crescendos into a beautiful laughter. working together. Maybe even you hear the profound sacred beauty of silence. Hear all as a living piece of music. And this living piece of music, you have a place within it. Begin to recognize your place within the song. How you can change the tone, the vibration, the melody, the interpretation. Just by showing up, you showing up, aligned, grounded, moving from a heart-centered vibration can change the symphony of an entire room. And you breathe, recognizing that connection to others and connection with yourself is the true song of the day. And you breathe. Feeling more enlivened by the symphony of life happening all around you. You feel that beautiful smile of yours gently creeping over your face, knowing that you have just recalibrated your being, moving from the doing, more purely focused and grounded into the presence of your own being. You are anchored and coherent, your senses tuned to the beauty of the moment, beginning to stabilize this reservoir of an anchored serenity. It feels good, it feels joyful, it feels right, because it is. Your presence is always, always your perfect place to be. Taking a deep breath and breathing into your heart. And as you slowly exhale, I invite you to make a conscious choice. A conscious choice to project this stability outward for others to connect to entrain with. Help conduct the symphony of the world by helping to conduct the symphony of your life. Feel that bubble of calm light expanding from around your chest and see it as it's projected all the way outside your body. Feel it moving through the walls of the room that you're in, filling the hallway, the kitchen, the entryway, perhaps expanding even further until it fills your entire home, saturating the very air with a frequency of ease and welcome. And you smile knowing that your heart is the most hospitable host. For some of you, you'd like to continue to take this grounded presence outward, even from your own home. Where do you see this moving? Through your neighborhood, through your community, through your town, through your county, through your state, through your nation. Feel that presence envelop itself around the entire globe. There's a softness in this. There's a humility in this. You are supporting the presence of all by engaging with the presence of yourself. Tap Stepping into this silent projection. Taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in, feeling your heart relax before you gently exhale. Bringing your attention now to the base of your spine. Think, imagine, or feel a vibrant cranberry red beginning to fill this entire area, this hip bowl area, this beautiful place of flexibility, of stability, where you can connect to coherence and transformation in the most profound and grounding ways. Allowing your attention now to rise to the place of your heart. Continue to feel that red energy pulsing throughout your entire lower abdomen, the area of your hips, that place of grounded stability, and allow your attention to simultaneously shift into the area of your heart. Think, imagine, or feel a beautiful rose gold color. Feel the harmony existing between this grounded stability and this open flow of information moving around your heart. Your heart, that place of unstruck sound. Breathing in peace and harmony. Breathing out laughter and love. Sensing both that beautiful cranberry scarlet red and that gorgeous rose gold color in your heart. Allowing your attention now to replicate. Your attention is still in the base of your spine. It's still in the place of your heart, and now it's also going to move upward into inside your head, behind that third eye center. Your head, your heart, and that gut. This place of intuition, of instinct, all coming online. Knowing that every choice you make, every breath you take, you can create more coherence, not only for yourself, but for others. And you breathe into the agreement, balancing the thought, the logical understanding of the world, and that intuitive side, which allows you to captivate and connect into deeper truth, integration, and an unbounded knowingness that's underscored by the vibrations of a peaceful, loving heart that moves through your body in grounded, coherent alignment. Take a deep breath in, holding that breath in, feeling these subtle sensations, these expressions of frequency, before you gently exhale. My friend, you are more than just a bystander. You're more than just an engaged participant in the day. You can choose, and you have chosen, to be that central axis, that pillar, that column of grounded, aligned frequency and energy of presence, the tuning fork for your entire day and all of those that you come into contact with. You harmonize yourself, and in doing so, you help others find greater harmony within them too. In your mind's eye, consider that if today your home or the space that you go into is full, that your calm, that grounded, cool collection that is you right now, becomes an unspoken invitation for others to soften, to settle, to drop their defenses, to just be. No pretense, no masks. The masks fade, the presence remains. If today you find yourself in a quiet, still place, your calm becomes a blanket of comfort that just wraps around you, holding you magnificently as you move throughout your day, harmonizing all that you experience. And you breathe and you smile with your heart, for you know that there's no need to force or control or cajole any sort of outcome. Simply broadcast that signal of safety and making that choice for you to do that in each and every moment as best you can, knowing some moments are easier than others. You gently and lovingly influence the atmosphere, the tone of your entire world simply with your presence. Remember, one of the most calming and powerful actions you can do to intervene in a stormy world is to stand up and show your soul. Now time to return, carrying this unshakable core and this mobilized field of stability within you. And just before you do, remember that any time you choose to relax in this way, you can do so more easily and effortlessly each time you choose to relax. Find greater presence within yourself by listening to these chromatic crystal singing bowls, your friends, our ever-devoted guides and powerful allies. And as you begin to return to this time and place, know that the sanctuary that you built isn't something that is temporary that you must leave behind. No, it's a frequency that you carry within you, that bubble of presence. It's the atmosphere, it's the air that you breathe. And now breathing in and bringing in, summoning forth all of those powerful sensations from this journey, the stability of your grounding roots anchored deep into the earth, the sun-drenched warmth of your grateful heart, and that richness of that sacred present moment. And now, that quiet, commanding, aligned power of the safety you are broadcasting. Bring all of this back with you now, and let's begin to awaken to the fullness of your day. Bring the unseen into this world of the seen. The two exist simultaneously together in perfect harmony. deep, energizing breath, filling your lungs with fresh, waking life. And as you exhale, feel yourself fully and completely anchored in your physical body in this room, on this specific day, at this specific time. Ground yourself into the present moment, and you feel your body coming back into alignment and online. You feel the strength in your spine, that beautiful solidity that's running up from the base of your spine up into your skull itself. Feel the readiness in your hands. Notice that tingling that's beginning to activate within the palms of your hands. Take that with you today. With every shoulder you touch, every hand you shake, can you bring healing to that touch through your hands? Remember, there's nothing you need to do other than allow. Allow the vibration, allow the energy, allow the information of spirit to move through you. Healing is your birthright. And as you become even more aware of the space around you, you carry this deep feeling of inner peace and profound presence with you as you transition back into this new now moment with peace anchored deeply in your heart. Your biofield is serene, active, and engaged. Inviting small movements back into your body, feeling a wiggling in your fingers and your toes and your nose. Knowing that you are that living, breathing regulator of vibration. There's like a thermostat for the air in a room. You are the thermostat for the vibration, the feelings of safety and security in each and every room you enter today. And when you feel fully present and ready, your eyes begin to flutter open, smiling, breathing in, receiving the blessing of your work, of your presence, of showing up for you today. You are ready to mobilize peace for yourself and for others. And so it is. Taking a deep breath in, holding that breath in, feeling your heart relax before you gently exhale. Welcome back. May each experience and every moment of today be as a sacred gift woven around a heart of wonder. My friends, how was that? What did you experience? I'd love to hear if that's something you're comfortable sharing in the comments. I'd love to hear that. And as you're sharing, let me reflect back what the bowls were bringing forward. They were very much grounding us into the simplicity of the day. They centered us around several different keys. First of all, we move very effortlessly between C and F, which is pretty standard when we do these types of energy sessions and work. The key of C in classical music is known to be very accessible, grounding. It's like the most wonderful flavor of vanilla. Can't beat the really good vanilla because it's a foundation of a simplified understanding and way to perceive life. The key of F really grounds us, activates this portal of the heart, moving us between this more subtle and more physical energy and information, activating that heart, opening it so we can sit in a loving place to do the work. It's a very calm vibration. We also connected a bit into the activated energy of E major, which normally connects into a season of spring In classical music, that's typically how we connote E major, but E major really enlivens. It brings shouts of joy and pleasure, but for something that's not yet been brought to fruition. So that makes sense even for today, for a holiday, no matter what time of year. Bringing forth this shout of joy for something that is yet to come to fruition. There's an anticipation, an excitement, a readiness to receive. And there was definitely those vibrations coming through. We also connected into the key of D. D is a very joyful key. And this time of year, joy is the theme of the season on so many levels, that lightness of heart. We've come through the planning, the preparation, the execution, planting all of the fields, reaping all of the beautiful harvest, and now there's a joy that we're able to celebrate coming together, all of the hard work before we move into a season that calls us to slow, to calm down, and to reevaluate our understanding of the world, our understanding of ourselves, and thus our place in the world, and how we can show up more fully and more effectively for ourselves and for others in the coming year. So I'd love to hear how that was for you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for all of these donations. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Lisa Nanda, thank you for your very kind donation. May it come back to you 100-fold. Kaylani, Kalyani, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for your very kind donation. May it come back to you 100-fold. Jamie donated. Thank you so much. 100-fold blessings coming back to you as well. Raquel says, happy Thanksgiving from Mexico. I'm so glad you joined us. Thank you. Sandy says, very serene, gentle, grateful, so mellow. Yeah, there really was that very grounding influence with when we would come to the places of E major. It was so bright. It shifted us that we were able then to see that contrast, to really sit in this place of a grounded, aligned, mellow kind of presence. It was really interesting. Thanks for sharing that. Kalyani, I could feel a lot of tingling in my spinal column. Absolutely. That idea of working in this central column of energy. It's easy to feel a difference. The more consciousness we bring to our awareness, that this central column of energy sits not necessarily within the flow of the chakra patterns. The chakra have their own patterns in which they move, and it's not necessarily a straight line. But within us is this straight and aligned column, looks like this, of energy that moves straight up the body. And connecting into that field has a very different effect than it does connecting in through the chakras. So always fun to play with. Thank you for sharing that. Hema, wow, shouts of joy for something about to come into fruition. Love that. Yeah, you have a job interview today for a role in Europe, and this session has been such a blessing. I love that. That's so wonderful. Thank you for sharing. You know what, Hema? We claim that the right path will unfold with you easily and effortlessly, whatever that may be. Sometimes the best blessings are the ones that come in disguise, and who knows what that's going to be. But if this is and if this is the right path for you, it's going to unfold so easily and perfectly for you. And we're going to walk into that day with you with shouts of joy and plenty of high fives. Emma, thank you so much for your donation. May it come back to you 100-fold in ways that you don't even expect. Deirdre, thank you so much for your very kind donation. May it come back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Thank you 100-fold. Christine, very relaxing session. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, my friend. I'm so glad you were here. I appreciate it. Hema says thank you and high five. Yes, Lisa Nada is saying good luck to him as well. Daphne says thank you, beautiful Charlene. That was completely wonderful. Joyful and colorful, stabilizing and flowing. Yeah. I love, your bubbles and your sparkles and your butterfly. Good grief, that was easy for me to say. Oh, thank you, Daphne. It's so lovely to see you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Oh my goodness. Stones Jones over on YouTube, the Squirrelios and I are grateful for your beautiful soul. So love to you all from Tennessee. Sending love right back to you. I hope it's a beautiful day of bounty and joy and happiness for you and the squirrels. My friends, we are coming into the most wonderful time of the year. So of course I have lots of fun things planned because I love Christmas and the holidays. Doesn't matter what you celebrate. I think the beauty of this season that we are in and we are moving through is that it does not matter what label we want to put on a day or a time, but there is a presence, there is a frequency, there are actual vibrations within this season that don't happen any other time of the year except right now. And I'm so in love with those vibrations and those frequencies. So no matter what you call them, I hope that you will join us. We have some really cool sessions that are already slated. We might add one more, I'm not sure. Maybe, we'll see. For the upcoming month of December. Let me tell you about those. So on the full moon of December, which is next Thursday, so a week from today, December 4th at 9 a.m., under that full moon, we are going to journeying into the secret of the Christmas tree, embarking on a magical journey through a shimmering cosmic tree, awakening gratitude for gifts of the past and present to welcome the resonance for a flow of future. So we can start to really unlock the magic of the season and anchor into the joy of ultimate fulfillment under the light, the power, the serenity of that full moon. So I hope you'll join us. Full moon sessions are always really trippy. They do all kinds of crazy things because they like the full moon. Also, winter solstice, Sunday, December 21st. Sunday, December 21st is going to be a jam-packed day because we're actually doing 2 sessions. So we're going to do a solstice celebration. That's Sunday morning at 10 a.m. We're going to be journeying into the longest night of the year, accompanied by the keeper of the forest, looking to honor the sacred dark and anchor into the vibrant energy of hope and renewal. And then later on that day, wardrobe change, we will magnetize your desires with the 7th part of that 12-part Hypnotic Heart series. Let me say that again in English that makes more sense. The Hypnotic Heart, we're doing that 7th broadcast of Hypnotic Heart on Sunday, December 21st at 1 p.m. where we're going to transform intention into reality. And then we're also going to do a very special, beautiful Christmas Eve transmission on Christmas Eve, December 24th at 9 a.m., and that's called the Midnight Star. It's a guided journey with an angelic being of light. It's going to be so much fun. So I hope you'll join us for that. If you're on YouTube, you can actually set up notifications for all of those live events that are forthcoming. Be sure to hit that subscribe and notify bell. If you're on Insight Timer, you can actually, on our teachers page, you can see our upcoming events and you can receive notifications as well, so you never miss a journey. If you're on Facebook and Instagram Live, we will keep you posted as we go. We hit up usually about 24 hours ahead. We'll set up notifications to help you remind. So just be sure to check out our stories because that's where a lot of those notifications will come. Facebook has recently changed how often we can actually set up a live stream schedule. They've shrunk the amount of time. I think it's now 24 hours before a live stream event. So we'll try to catch you in the stories. However you want to move through that space, we will find you. Because you know what? This work is really all about you guys. Speaking of, you are all such a huge blessing to my heart, and I can't thank you enough for your kindness, your presence, the purpose that you bring to each and every session. You know, no 2 sessions are different because you also show up differently, not only because of how you're moving through your day, but of how you are moving through yourself. The things in life that you're working on, that you're wanting to summon forth, to call forth for you, whatever those may be. And you always arrive with just a really beautiful spirit and soul, and it's so humbling to be able to sit with you and with the bowls to listen and to vibrate and resonate those frequencies that are being called forth to support all of the magnificent work you're doing. And I don't take any of that lightly. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Before we go, I see there's a few last comments. Hey, Tea Lady Nat, good to see you. I hope you are doing well. Blessings to you as well. Raquel says thanks, and to you too, my friend. Mary, when you got to the listening part, my cat Panda started snoring. I love it. In his hut. That's what I call... Sorry, it flipped up. That's what I call the cat carrier on the edge of the bed when he uses it as a cozy nap spot in the winter. I love it. Oh, Panda in his little hut snoring. Our Henri sometimes likes to snore too. Little fellas, we love him so much. Lisa Nanda, yeah, you should do that with your cats too. I love that. Yes, I hope it'll be fun as well. All of these sessions we have coming up in December, Christmas Eve is going to be fun too. Yeah. Lisa Nanda says that for your kitty, you put a warm blanket on the end of your bed, but you should try that too with a warm, lush blanket. I love it. Oh, you are a blessing as well, my friends. Thank you so much for being here today. And remember, if you want to recapture any of these moments, two things. One, you can redo this live. You can relive any of this session live. If like by the end of the day, you just need a refresher or before you go into a dinner or whatever, you can go through this session again on our YouTube channel. Just look up my name, Charlene, with 3 E's, CHARLEENE on YouTube. And if you need a 5-minute reset, actually go to my YouTube channel. If you scroll over to playlists, one of the first playlists that pops up are quick energy balancing sessions. And there's several energy balancing sessions in there where you can do very quickly in less than 5 minutes, for instance, and really help rebalance and recalibrate your chakra system. So no matter what's going on, no matter what, the crazy cousins are talking about, and if politics comes up and anything else, and the pie got burnt, like whatever happens, come back into alignment, totally fine. So we have those resources there for you. And also, if you'd love to stay connected with that, we actually sent all of those helpful resources out yesterday in an email. So if you want to join our email community, just go to my website, my first name, Charlene.com, join the email community. We'll actually send you some really cool free crystal singing bowl music that you can use anytime, but then you'll never miss any of these wonderful beats because we're constantly releasing things out because it's in support of you. So I hope that's helpful to you. Back on YouTube, Stones Jones said you could almost see the E major and you could feel it move through my body. Yeah, I think it's whenever this is why I like the chromatic bowls, when we can introduce such contrast in the vibrations of the sound itself, our bodies viscerally respond, and we're able to shift energetic patterns and find new energy patterns within ourselves. And it can become so visceral. And I love how you shared that. You could literally feel it moving through your body. We love you as well, my friend. City John, you are most welcome as always. Thank you. Healing Resonances, thank you for your beautiful sharing with so much gratitude and love. Happy Thanksgiving. Sandy, you are such a blessing and a gift as well. Thank you for your kind words. We are grateful for you, for each and every one of you. May today be covered in grace with the buttery goodness of joy, with an overflowing fountain of happiness and a perfect aligned presence of peace. You've got this. I love you. I'll see you in December. And until then, happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Satnam.